What does it take for a cow to become the most dominant milk machine on the planet? The answer is not found in a laboratory, but in a story that began 2,000 years ago in the pastures of Holland, with the union of two tribes and their cattle. This is the story of the Holstein, the undisputed champion of global milk production, that black and white icon that feeds millions of people every day. Today, we are going to explore its origins, to understand how necessity and environment shaped this animal. We will see what it is about its anatomy that makes it an unrivaled milk factory, analyze the numbers that crown it the queen of productivity, and also talk about the challenges it faces in today's world. The history of the Holstein is inextricably linked to its environment. Its cradle is found in two provinces in northern Holland, West Friesland and the northern lowlands. This region, reclaimed from the sea, offered pastures of incredible quality and abundance, the perfect fuel for an animal designed to produce. For nearly 2,000 years, Frisian farmers steadily bred this breed, selecting, perhaps intuitively, the strongest animals with the greatest appetite for forage, and above all, those that produced the most milk. It was not a quick process, nor was it planned with today's science. It was a slow evolution, dictated by survival. Cows that were not productive or did not adapt well to the humid climate simply did not leave offspring. This selection, both natural and artificial, shaped the animal generation after generation. The result was a large bovine with that characteristic black and white color pattern that emerged from the mixture of its ancestors, and with an innate ability to produce volumes of milk that soon made it famous beyond its borders. Over the centuries, the reputation of these Dutch cows only grew. They became a highly prized commodity, and their fame spread first throughout Germany and then to the rest of Europe. They were known for their hardiness and, above all, their unmatched milk production. Dutch farmers had unwittingly created the prototype of the modern dairy cow. The true global takeoff of the Holstein breed began in the mid-19th century with its arrival in America. History credits Winthrop W. Chenery, a Massachusetts cattle breeder, with starting this chapter. In 1852, Chenery purchased a Dutch cow from the captain of a ship that had docked in Boston. The animal had been used to provide fresh milk to the crew during the voyage. Chenery was so impressed with its production and robustness that he decided to import more specimens directly from Holland. The big push came in the following decades. Between 1861 and 1885, nearly 8,800 Holstein cattle were imported into the United States, laying the foundation for the breed on the continent. This flow suddenly stopped when a bovine disease devastated Europe, halting exports. Ironically, that crisis forced American breeders to organize. They realized that in order to preserve and improve the breed, they had to take the reins. Thus, in 1885, they founded the Holstein Friesian Association of America, which we know today as the Holstein Association USA. That's when everything changed. American breeders began an intensive selection program, but with a different goal than their European colleagues. While in the Netherlands, a dual-purpose animal, good for both milk and meat, was valued. In the United States, the focus was singular: maximizing milk production. They began to select larger, angulated animals with a distinct wedge shape, a less muscular body, and an udder with extraordinary capacity. This highly specialized approach, combined with improved feeding practices, yielded incredible results. The American Holstein became a high-performance version of the original breed. With the advent of artificial insemination in the mid-20th century, the genetics of the best American Holstein bulls spread around the world, even back to the Netherlands. Today, the vast majority of Holstein cows on the planet, no matter where they graze, carry in their DNA the imprint of that intensive selection that began on farms in North America. To understand why the Holstein produces so much milk, you have to see her body as a biological machine, finely tuned for a single purpose: to convert feed into milk as efficiently as possible. For starters, she is the largest of the dairy breeds. An adult cow can weigh between 600 and 675 kilograms and measure between 145 and 150 centimeters at the withers. Their white coat with black spots is unmistakable, although there is also a red and white variant. An interesting fact: genetically, they are black cows with white spots, not the other way around. But what really defines a good Holstein is its dairy character. Experts look for an angular, long and deep body known as a wedge shape. This indicates that the animal does not accumulate unnecessary fat and directs all its energy into producing milk. Its neck is long and slender, and its ribs are well spaced, revealing a large capacity in the chest and abdomen to house a digestive system capable of processing enormous amounts of food. The legs and hooves are essential. They must be strong to support the weight of a massive body and an udder that, at peak production, can weigh more than 50 kilograms. Good mobility is key to the animal's well-being and longevity. And that brings us to the centerpiece: the udder. A Holstein's udder is a marvel. It must have a large capacity, but be firmly attached to the body, both in front and behind. The ligament that supports it in the middle must be strong to prevent it from sagging with weight and age. After milking, a good udder deflates considerably, showing folds that reveal its capacity. And if you see a network of very pronounced veins on the abdomen and udder, that's a good sign. It means that a lot of blood is flowing in to produce milk. Every detail, from the width of its muzzle to eat more grass, to the structure of its hips, to facilitate calving, has been perfected over generations. The modern Holstein is the result of human selection that has created the world's most efficient milk machine. The Holstein's anatomy is impressive, but it is her production figures that really demonstrate why she is the undisputed queen of the industry. Even in pasture-based systems, a Holstein can produce about 4,500 kilograms of milk per lactation. But with intensive management and a balanced diet, her potential skyrockets, with averages exceeding 8,000 to 12,000 kilograms per 305-day lactation. In the United States, where the high-yield Holstein was born, the figures are on another level. The national average for cows in milk control can reach 18,000 kilograms per lactation. And we're not talking about isolated cases. Entire farms average those amounts. Elite specimens break all barriers, with records exceeding 20,000 and even 30,000 kilograms of milk in a year. To give you an idea, a cow that produces 30,000 kilograms per year is giving more than 80 liters of milk per day. A famous example is a cow named Burwell Buckeye Gigi, which in 2010 produced 32,610 liters in a single lactation. More recently, a 14-year-old cow named Connie broke the lifetime production record, accumulating an incredible 220,581 kilograms of milk. That's the equivalent of more than 900,000 cups of milk. But it's not just quantity that matters. The quality of that milk is key. Holstein milk has, on average, between 3.5% and 4.5% fat, and between 3.0% and 3.5% protein, essential components for making cheese, yogurt, and butter. In addition, they are very efficient at converting feed into milk. A high-producing cow can consume more than 25 kilograms of dry matter per day. In their life cycle, heifers are ready for their first insemination at 13 months, to have their first calf around 2 years of age. Although some cows like Connie are exceptionally long-lived on an intensive commercial farm, the productive life of a Holstein is usually about 3 or 4 lactations, or between 4 and 6 years. Of course, being an elite athlete comes at a price. The same specialization that allows the Holstein to produce so much also exposes her to certain health and welfare challenges. One of the biggest is metabolic stress. The effort of producing so much milk puts enormous strain on her body, making her more prone to problems such as ketosis or milk fever. Perfect nutrition is vital to prevent this. Udder health is also a sensitive issue. An udder that produces so much is more vulnerable to infections such as mastitis. Similarly, her heavy weight puts a lot of pressure on her legs, increasing the risk of lameness. Her adaptability to climate is another point to consider. As she originates from the temperate climate of Holland, the Holstein suffers in the heat. High temperatures cause them to eat less, produce less milk, and have reproductive problems. Therefore, in hot climates, it is essential to provide shade, ventilation, and plenty of water. This has led to crossbreeds such as the Girolando, Holstein with Gaia, which seeks to combine their production with the heat resistance of Zebu breeds. Looking to the future, sustainability is the big challenge. Intensive livestock farming is often criticized for its environmental footprint, especially methane emissions. Modern genetics is seeking solutions by selecting animals that not only produce more milk, but are also more efficient with feed, which could reduce the environmental impact per liter produced. Another challenge is in breeding, as the use of a few elite bulls has reduced genetic diversity. Therefore, the future of the Holstein is not only focused on producing more, but also on creating a more balanced cow, productive, but also healthier, more fertile, longer-lived, and more environmentally efficient. From the ancient lands of Holland to barns in more than 150 countries, the history of the Holstein is incredible. Born out of simple necessity, it was shaped by centuries of selection to become the world's milk queen. We have seen how its humble origins made it a global icon, how its body is optimized for performance, and how its production figures seem like science fiction. We also understand that this dominance brings challenges, pushing the industry toward a future that demands not only productivity, but also health and sustainability. The Holstein is much more than a black and white cow. It is an economic engine, a pillar of food security, and a symbol of how we have shaped nature to feed the world. If you've been fascinated by this story and want to learn more about the breeds that feed us, subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. What other breed would you like us to explore? Or do you have any questions about the Holstein? Leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you.